All across Fox News, something rather remarkable has been happening for the last couple of days. And that remarkable thing is that guests on the network, analysts, paid analysts with the network, and even some of the hosts, not all of them, not even a majority of them, but some of them are starting to look at these January 6th hearings and admit that, yeah, this looks really, really bad for Donald Trump. Let's start with former U.S. Attorney, Fox News analyst Andy McCarthy, who said recently to host Anita Vogel, he said, "I think the most plausible crime is obstruction of Congress." He said the committee was, quote, "relying heavily on the opinion of a federal district judge in California, David Carter, a Clinton appointee who once ran for public office as a Democrat. A lot of bombastic rhetoric in that opinion, not surprising they're relying on it. What I would just say is that if you had a different perspective being presented here, I don't think that would be very helpful to President Trump per se, because the evidence pretty clearly shows his unfitness." Martha MacCallum, earlier this week at Fox News, was also shocked by what the committee has put forward. Neil Cavuto has come out and said, this all looks really, really bad for Trump. It's hard to spin it any other way, they're telling us. They're starting to understand the gravity of what happened on January 6th. And sure, they could have understood it for the last year and a half, right? They chose not to. Just like millions of Americans, and that's the point. You can't choose to ignore this anymore. It's there. It's right there in your face. It's needed to be in your face for a very long time. We just had to, finally get to the point where the committee was in a good position to present its strongest possible case, which I think is what they've done. They have done a phenomenal job. When you get Fox News hosts, the on-air personalities out there saying these things like, yeah, this is bad. Yeah, I think there's criminal activity here. When you can convince those people that Donald Trump broke the law, then you should have no problem convincing the rest of the American public, because those people at Fox are paid to not think these things. But even those paychecks are not enough to suppress the factual information coming out now, folks. And that, of course, has always been the point of these hearings. Not just to tell the story, but to make sure people fully understand how dangerous Donald Trump is. And if it's starting to permeate the airwaves of Fox News, sure, not in any kind of big way. You still got the hosts who say, oh, it's stupid, it's all drummed up, let's talk about stupid stuff. You're always going to have those. But the cracks are forming, and through those cracks is slipping a hell of a lot of factual information. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.